life. All right. All right. See. All right. Back for part two. Let's see what's going on. Let me cut that shit down. All right. Sister, sister-in-law, or aunt. So it's something about a sister, sister-in-law, or aunt. Could be significant. All right, wild child. You could be considered as the wild child, or somebody could see you as the wild child, one who does not follow the pack. All right. God is blessing your union. All right. So whoever this is that you're supposed to be together with, God is getting ready to bless that union. All right. Something is getting ready to come together for you. That's a house already picked out. Spirit already knows what they want to happen for you and this person. All right. So you're not going to have to look for anything. Never slept with this person. All right. This is somebody who um never slept with a person or somebody who's not sleeping around. All right, this is the person who's not sleeping around. Somebody you getting ready to move into a home. All right, it's like you and this masculine is getting ready to move into this home together. All right, book is here. Something is going down in the history books, is what I'm hearing. All right, there's a house that's already picked out. All right, and then I got bad here. All right, so I just feel like it's a badass house. All right, it's everything that you could have ever wanted for. What's going on? It's everything that you could have ever wanted for. All right, this is a personal read. If you are interested in a personal read, the information is in pinned in the comments. All right. Today is the last day for new moon readings. If you are wanting a new moon reading, they are 15 instead of 20. All right, 15 instead of 20. What's going on? If you're wanting a on the spot read, on the spot reads are available as well. All right, let's see. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as you say something stupid, I'm gonna block you. All right, wild child. I don't waste no time over here. All right, somebody's getting ready to have a stroke. Somebody's getting ready to have a stroke. Somebody who lied real bad. All right, this is a liar. Somebody lied on you real bad, and something's happening to them. All right, somebody's getting a book thrown at them. All right, somebody is giving you what you deserve. There's a house here and a brand new car. So there's a house and a brand new car that's coming towards you. All right, somebody feels like you deserve all of this. All right, 2 weeks is significant. All right, so a lot of shit is happening in 2 weeks. All right, a house. You finna find out about this house And then brand new car. All right, final destination. You're finna find out exactly where you're supposed to be at in life. All right, with no effort. All right, because you've done everything. All right, so you don't have to do anything. All right, react, explain, and defend. We don't do that anymore. All right, so people are upset because you don't explain shit. All right, you do what you do. You say what the fuck you want to say, and you're not explaining shit. All right, so this makes people feel small. All right, because they can't be themselves. All right, these people are mad. You know their secrets. All right, people don't be mad at a spiritual person unless they got some shit to hide. All right, Whataburger is significant. Somebody may like to eat Whataburger. Somebody having a stroke. All right, your first plan is happening. All right, God is getting ready to bless a union. And it could be something that you talked about with this masculine. All right, and something, and that's getting ready to happen. And it's all because there's a money call here. All right, and this could be related. This could be significant towards a home as well. All right, a sister-in-law, and aunt are wrong. All right, somebody could have did you wrong. Somebody could have did something wrong they weren't supposed to do. Somebody did something bad. Yep, fraud. A grandmother is significant as well. Somebody's grandmother could have been had something to do with fraud as well. Maybe this grandmother knew you were supposed to receive something and you didn't. All right, island is here. It could be an islander. All right, there's new money coming your way. Again, this is a gift that's coming towards you. All right, somebody dying for what they did to you, giving you everything that you want: home, money, love, honesty, and loyalty. You got somebody who just really want to be in your corner. All right, this person is in your corner, whoever this person is. All right, splurge. You get ready to splurge. You get ready to make money in your sleep. Somebody could be writing a book as well. All right, somebody is getting ready to come in, being romantic, coming to tell you the truth. All right, that's the only way. So you got people that just want to come in and tell you the truth. They feel like that's the only way. Somebody's giving you exactly what you want: home, money, love, honesty, whatever it is that you want. Right. Somebody knows that you are right. And somebody lied on you real bad because they knew that you were right. High school, the significant. This could have been the next. Learn the truth by listening to you. Somebody learned you got people learning the truth by listening to you. All right. Or how you're living your life. All right. More money than you ever expected. Buried. All right, million, trillionaire. All right, somebody could have buried some information so that you wouldn't find out. All right, somebody tried to hide some information so that you wouldn't find out. Yeah, because they wanted something for themselves. All right, they wanted to split something up. Money call is here. Somebody's super mad too because you're getting ready to get a pet or a cat. You're getting ready to get what you want. All right, leaving before you have to pay. All right, so you could be leaving before you have to pay something. I feel like what leaving. It's something about in the middle of the night. Something about before 10:30, before 10:30, 11 o'clock, before 12 o'clock. Something is very significant broken. Somebody could be traveling early in the morning. Like I'm just seeing a whole bunch of shit. All right, you are spot on. That's why nobody is talking. All right, so it's like you're spot on. But what the fuck you be saying or how you be moving? It's like people can't get you caught up. Date night, I saw shopping spree. Somebody want to take you out on a date. All right, happening earlier than expected. All right, something is happening earlier than you expected. All right, maybe you know that you're receiving something, but it's coming quicker. It's like smack dead. You're just gonna be in front of your face. Somebody finna have a stroke. Broken. Relocation soon. So this happening sooner than you expect. All right. It's like all of a sudden, damn, it's like moving into a big home. All of a sudden, you're talking about moving. Okay, all of a sudden you're not moving. All of a sudden you're talking about moving. All of a sudden you moved. Type of energy. All right, that's what I'm hearing. It's happening earlier than you expect. All right, abundance is coming in now. My hand itching. Abundance is coming in now. Caught them. Somebody got caught. And this is why you're getting exactly what you want plus more, because it's like you were right about a situation. You were right about something. All right, last stop. All right. Or wherever you are at in life, it's like this is the last stop of where you are. Something great is getting ready to happen. All right. You're getting that farm. All right. So somebody could be getting a farm. Personal growth. It's a lot of personal growth getting ready to happen. Something that you wasn't even thinking of. This is divine intervention. Spirit is getting ready to do something nice for you that you just wouldn't have thought. All right. Coming with gifts and surprises. I feel like Spirit is blessing somebody else that they know would bless you. It's like Spirit is trying to create memorable moments for you. So Spirit is blessing somebody else because they know that this person is going to bless you. So it's like Spirit is making memories because Spirit is giving this person everything they need to come towards you and make these miracles. All right, small is here. It may start off small and then big. All right, new money is coming in. Somebody is renting something. Somebody could be renting some sort of car. Somebody could be renting something. Somebody could be renting an Airbnb. Somebody could be going on vacation. You'll give me that. All right, money is coming from everywhere. And somebody is super mad because somebody can't control something. Taco Bell is significant. All right, super mad. Somebody tried to unalive you. All right, moving out of the country money. All right, moving out of the country because you have so much money. Like, it's so much shit, unexpected shit that's getting ready to happen. All right, again, somebody have a stroke. All right, instrument. Instrument, somebody could play an instrument. All right, somebody is seeing the truth about a situation. Somebody passing away. Somebody could be passing away from a stroke. It's final destination. This person was trying to unalive you. All right, this person is drinking heavy now. All right, divine feminine and divine masculine are getting ready for exciting times. I told you something is getting ready to come together. All right, and baby, they trying with all they might, and that shit ain't touching you. That shit ain't doing nothing. Denny's is significant. All right, jar magic. Somebody could have been doing jar magic. McDonald's is significant. Somebody wants to extend a family. All right, somebody wants children. Apartment is significant. Relocation soon. All right, nighttime. Didn't I tell you somebody was relocating at nighttime? I told you. That shit kept coming in. All right, so somebody could be moving at night. I'm gonna put all these cards together after I shuffle some of these. All right, so somebody is hiding a internal illness. All right, and this is karma. Somebody is hiding. All right, house is here. Somebody is hiding in the house, and slave money is here. Somebody hiding a whole bunch of shit. I heard inheritance plantation is significant. All right, and this is why somebody has some sort of internal illness. Somebody is trying to keep something that was supposed to be passed down from an ancestor. All right, somebody had you all wrong. Christmas is coming early. Caribbean islands. All right, mother is significant. East. East Coast could be significant. Beach. All right, will and trust. There's a will and trust here. There's somebody's hiding a will. Somebody trying to get in the way. Oh, get that card. Somebody trying to get in the way. Somebody wants to see everything around you perish. All right, so that you can't get something. But now you're free. You got great joy that's getting ready to come in. Somebody hates your power because somebody feel like you don't got to do too much. There's an attorney contacting the comments because they telling them they can't do what the fuck they thought they was going to be able to do. All right, you're outgrowing the place where you are. All right, things are changing for you. Your ancestors are defending. All right, Maryland could be significant in the situation. A crooked judge. It could be a crooked judge somewhere. Maryland warrants. All right. That veterans claim something about military here. Somebody could be receiving some sort of military veterans claim. Let's see. What are you looking at? Smiling from ear to ear. You're getting ready to smile from ear to ear. Somebody is looking for you. All right. Somebody is looking for you. Um, Twins could be significant. Somebody looking for you because of some money. All right. Stop. All right. Can't hold your money anymore. Somebody can't hold your money anymore. Somebody has to give you something. Hold on. Hey, what you need? That who? Oh, you're gonna have to hold on. All right. Somebody is not waiting to marry you. All right. So something is moving pretty quickly when it comes to you. All right. Somebody filed false paperwork. All right. A nephew could be significant. Waffle House, Huddle House. Something about breakfast. You're gonna get the shock of your life. Something could be happening around breakfast time. All right. Something could be happening around breakfast time. All right. Somebody could be leaving around breakfast time. Breakfast time is significant. Legal papers in hand, out of the country, getting ready to hit the road. All right, so somebody's receiving some sort of paperwork. Somebody could be receiving some sort of unexpected money. Like I said, something is coming quicker than you thought. All right, the shock of your life. No, damn, I can't even talk nephew and last night. All right, so somebody could have talked to a nephew or something last night. Um, Grounding, preparing, Autobots rollout. All right. Eastern Star and a baby father could be significant. Or Eastern Star's baby father. Somebody is not gonna want you to work, all right, whoever this is. Somebody tried to tear you and this person apart, all right, because somebody knew that this person would do everything that they were supposed to do if they got to a certain level in life. All right. Virgin Islands is here. All right. Somebody got their money and is coming towards you. Something is speeding up. I can feel it. Somebody manning up in a situation and saying, fuck it. All right. Somebody is no longer scared. Great aunt is here. Money is being released. All right. So something is being released so that something can happen. All right. Wawa's is significant. Somebody is seeing your feelings are real. All right. Somebody sees that you really care about them. All right. Somebody may not be used to that. All right. Chameleon. Yeah. Some people are used to people being fake. You know, blending in, saying what needs to be said to get what they want. Type of energy. All right. You're getting ready to buy supplies for your business. All right. You're going to get ready to be in a comfortable position to where you're going to be able to start creating your projects. All right, McDonald's is so significant. Right? It's the food is significant, period, coming out today. All right, there's a very big surprise getting ready to happen. A baby father is significant. Are you going to find out something about somebody's baby father, a cousin's baby father? You are someone's first love. Okay, so you're gonna be surprised that there's a lot of men who really ain't never loved. All right, and they meet a divine feminine, and what they thought was love ain't love. It's something totally different. All right, so you're gonna be whoever this person is, love at first sight. All right, date night. This person's gonna want to take you on a lot of dates. This person is wanting to take you on a lot of dates. All right, surprise outings. Yeah, this is a person that will call and just surprise you and just be like, "Hey, get dressed. Look, coming to get you." It's like a, "Hey, get dressed. I'm coming to get you" type of energy. All right. Somebody know that you can't be harmed. All right, and that's anybody who try to come against you. They know, because they know that backfire has been very, very heavy. Somebody is watching you on social media. Somebody could be watching you on a live. All right, a baby mother. A Tisha is significant. All right. Mason is significant. A grandmother is significant. You got a lot of people watching you and you really don't give a fuck. All right, you give them something to see. All right, brand new home. All right, these people hate the fact that they can't compete with you. All right, they can't compete with you. Since they don't move, it's all coming towards you. All right, somebody watching you because somebody knows somebody miss you a lot. All right. Somebody is using their intuition when it comes to things. All right. They peeping shit. Third eyes completely open. This person is elevated. This is a father figure. Relationship starting. Something is happening. All right. With a relationship, a phone call is getting ready to happen. One that you did not expect. All right. So get ready. SEX is here. Eastern Star. Somebody could have slept with an Eastern Star to try to make some shit happen and it didn't. All right. Now somebody crying because it's all over. Divine masculines, the ancestors are connected to you. All right. They are reaching out. They are helping you. All right. I see dead people. All right. You could be a reader. You could see. You could be intuitive. You could see. Be a seer. Somebody is studying you. All right. Somebody trying to. Somebody going through some fucked up times. All right. Somebody finna get ready to make you the happiest person. All right. The happiest person. All right. A Mason is here. You can have some people that are turning when it comes to these Masons and Eastern Stars. All right, twins is significant. Somebody could be having twins. Somebody is spiraling out of control. All right, somebody doesn't want to keep you waiting. All right, somebody is tired. All right, siblings is here. All right, veterans claim. Things are fast paced now. All right, so something that was taking a long ass time is not taking a long time now. All right. Some sort of, you got money coming towards you, a black man projecting. All right, you got money coming towards you, something that you've been waiting on. West is significant. All right, bringing the abundance. They said that they will bring a bag full of money. All right, so somebody's coming to you and somebody's coming to you not empty handed. All right, West is significant again and bringing that money to you. All right, so this is a person who don't mind doing things for you. That's what I'm hearing. This person don't mind doing things for you. Traveling the world. This person wants to travel the world with you. You are protected by darkness. All right. They know that you know what you're talking about. All right. So somebody loves listening to you. Somebody knows that you're not fake. Moving quietly. Somebody is moving quietly because they know people around them are fake. All right. As soon as you hear from somebody, you're leaving. All right. So as soon as you, that's the second time that came out. So it's like you're finding out some information. You're finding out some information. And that's going, oh, give me that card. Mercedes could be significant. Something about a new car. You could be receiving a new car. All right, rental. You get ready to rent a car. West, you get ready to rent a car. Somebody was paid to unalive you. All right, phone tap, but somebody's phone tap. Somebody finna find something out. Yeah, Mercedes is here. South. Somebody phone tap. 123 is on the TV. All right, somebody thought they were gonna get away with something, but something is. Somebody was. I feel like set up. Like people thought they was coming towards you the whole time, but it was a big setup. Nobody was going to ever be able to do what they thought they was going to be able to do. Libra here, justice instrument. All right, Spirit used you as a tool for these people. All right, young real estate agent is significant. Somebody on drugs. All right, and flying there. All right, so you're getting ready to go somewhere. You're getting ready to fly somewhere. All right, so you could be going on vacation. All right. You're getting a big key. You get a big key to something. God is fixing to show you your next move. All right. So get ready. There's no validations needed. All right. Somebody is seeing things your way. All right. Things are getting ready to go in your favor. And that is part 2 of your reading. See you on the next one.